Hello guys and welcome to my channel, the first ever video here. So today we are going to code up a random walk. I'm going to code it in Java because I really like Java. And let's just make a directory called RandomWalk and let's enter it. I'm quite nervous because I'm not used to this filming stuff. So let's see, we are going to use Vim. So let's say vim.java, make a new Java file. We're going to use swing. So let's say java.swing. I should have slowed down maybe because I'm quite nervous, as you might see. I'm sure it will settle down. So let's make a new class, public class main, and let's see. We are going to define some constants here. So static final int width. Let's say it's 300, and also height. Let's call it height is 300. So we got a nice square. So let's see, we are going to start with our main class. So public void main, and we need the args. So string array args. So let's see, we need to define a JFrame so we can display our coding. So let's say JFrame let's call it JF. Oh my god. New JFrame. Let's say dot set size. Width and width looks so weird in capital, and height, and let's just say set visible true. Okay, so next we need to define a jpanel. So jpanel p is a new jpanel, and we will need to override the how is it called again? Protected void paint component. I think it was called paint component. Let's try it with paint component, and we need graphic G. Call it small g. And we are going to draw a rectangle in this paint component, right? So let's say g dot. Let's give it a color. Colors are blue. Colors are blue. I guess it's like this. And let's say fill rect, and let's say 50. No, this is the position first, right? And this is the size. So let's say 4x4, and we will start at position 50. Right. So this is going to draw our square. Oh, this looks quite weird, like this. And I hope this works now. So let's add the panel to the JFrame. So JFrame.add here. And I would say we are going to run it. So let's save it. And let's say Java. Let's compile every file. Well, we only got one. Okay. Protect. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know what I protected. Now this looks quite better. Okay, and we are missing a, oh yeah, of course, here. Okay, now let's see. Okay, let's see if we can run this thing. Java main. Oh, okay. How 24? So I messed up. Something like here, public. Oh. Okay, guys, I'm looking like a complete beginner here. Public static void. Long time not decoded up. Oh my. So let's compile again and let's run again. Okay, and we got our little window with our little point. So this works. So let's just get our agent in here. I would say, yeah, let's start by creating an agent. So agent.java, and this agent, well, he is just, let's just say public class agent, and he will have a x and y coordinate. So let's say int x and int y, and he will have a velocity. So let's say vx and int vy, and we will need to implement a random function to make him go in a random direction. So let's just call it public void new direction, and let's say we will need math.random. So let's say int dir, or let's say int x is int ran is equal to, and we will have to parse it into an int, and we will use the math.random function, and let's say times 4. So this will give us an integer between 0 and 3, right? Because we get the math random gives us a random double from 0 to 1, between 0 and 1. So this should work. I might just put this in brackets. I'm not quite sure if we need them. So now we will make a switch ran statement where we say case 0 is. Okay, I have an idea. Like, we set vx, vy is equal to vx is equal to 0. So we will have to set it to 0, of course. And if we got case 0, we just increment vx by +1. So this means vx is going to go right. Now case 1 is equal to vx minus, so he's going left. Case 2 is vy plus, and case 3 is vy minus. This should work. Yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't work. And now we got our agent, so we can close this and save it. Now let's go back into our main, and we will create an agent here. Let's say here, let's say agent A is a new agent, and we will have to give him, of course, a constructor. So let's say public agent and let's say int x and y, and this dot x is x and this dot y is y, and yeah, that's it. So let's go into our main. Now we gotta, oh, I should use the Vim codes. I'm quite new to Vim, as I said, only 1 month, so I need to learn the codes, the shortcuts. New agent, and let's define a start point, and we are going to say static int x is, it's just width divided by 2, right? And static and y is just height. So they will always start in the middle of the screen. So let's say x and y, and we got one agent here. Let's just start with one agent. So we will need to define a while loop here. So let's say while true. Let me make some space here. So let's say the agent is, this time we fill our rect not with the, so we will say a.x and a.y. So this time we draw the square where the agent is. So while true, we will call the agent. So let's say I'm gonna do an a.new direction, and this is a new direction. So we will give him a new direction, and we want him to move in his direction. So let's say a.x plus equals a.y vx. Oh my god. And a.y is plus equal a.vy. Okay, now the problem is going to be, why is there this like little offset? There's going to be a problem where, let's say, well, let's just try it, right? Let's just try it. So let's compile. Oh, and I got a typo again, like, yeah. Way with like this. So let's compile and let's run, and we see nothing. Okay. Let me check why. Oh, of course. Let me just say, no, I don't want to run again. I want to edit the main. We always have to record. So in the end, we will call p.repaint. I guess it's repaint. And let's just make a delay. Let's say try sleep. Let's say like 50 milliseconds, and then catch. Oh my god. Exception E. Yeah. No, those are the wrong. Okay, let's see. Let's compile again and let's run. Ooh, okay. I mean, it's working. Oh no, he's up here. Look at him, he's like a little worm. So I usually want to make this a little more liney. So let's say we got some, he moves in lines. so let's go back to the main, and I define a scale. So let me call it static in scale, and let's say it's equal to, oh my lord, 10. And now here we are going to use a for loop, and I is equal to 0, I smaller scale, and I plus plus. And let's just wait, do we need to repaint it every time? No, we just need to do it like, I guess it's here, like this. And let me just this. I'm trying to use the Vim codes, the controls. So yeah, let's also lower the delay here, because we really don't need it. So let's compile and let's run. Okay. Okay, I broke some code, I guess. Let me just see why. Is the delay important? Oh, we need, yeah, okay. Well, we need to, let me just, isn't this the copy? I think it was V and then Y for copy, but it's not working. Okay. Well, okay. Let me just write it down. So let's say repaint. And I think we also need to sleep here. No. And this. And we do not need this here, right? So let's see if it runs now. Oh, okay. Now this looks better. I quite like it. Oh, he's off screen now. Well, okay, he's off screen now. So let's just make the screen bigger. Like let's say 7. This is quite large. Okay, now we want to draw multiple agents, of course. So let me import. We are going to need some imports. So let's say import java.util.array list, and we need the java.util.list. Nice. So instead of this agent here, we are going to use a loop, and let's just make a new list. So let's say list of agents is a new array list. Oh my lord. I hope you don't go crash out, because you have to look at my typos. I'm starting to like improve, but still a long go in front of me. Still, oh, okay, guys. You might see my English is not my foreign language. It is my foreign language. Oh my, I'm so confused right now. Sorry, guys, for this hard watch. So we will make a for loop for int e. Oh, and let's define an agent count here, but we don't make it final. A count, let's say 5, and we will make it possible so you can increase it over the arguments we pass in. So for I is 0, I smaller than a count, and I plus plus. And let's just put this in here, a new agent, and let's say agents dot add a. Right? This looks right. And let's close it. So we got a new list agents, and now here we need to draw a rectangle for every agent. So oh my lord, for int e is 0. Now we can use a for agent a in agents. This should work. Now let me just, and we will need a new, like this. Okay, nice. So now we make multiple agents, and we will need to update them, of course. Now let's just put this in a loop. So let's say for agent a in agents, and wait, I will use the vim command again. So let me just put this in here, and now let me undo. Okay, now from here, and let's just use all of this, and well, it kind of worked. It was one line too much, but we are missing the final bracket here, right? Because this bracket is for the while loop. Wait, there are two missing brackets, right? For the main and for the... Oh, they are down here. Okay, let's go. So let's try and run it. Now the problem is going to be that all of them have the same color. And none of them are drawn. Oh, okay, here they are. Well, yeah, all of them have the same draw. Oh, and they run in series and not in parallel. You guys see it? One moves at a time. So this is not what we want. Also, it redraws every time. So this is not what we want. So let's just go back into the Vim and let's see, how can we fix it? Well, we might have to push every single pixel here, move every pixel from each agent and then repaint. So into this, yeah, okay, we got two new lines here. So this is the first for loop. Then we got this massive one. So let me put this here, and inside this we got another for agent A. So this should fix the illusion that they run in parallel, right? So this looks right. This, oh, we don't need this here, right? Like this. Yeah, let's just try it, right? Java, man. I'm not quite sure. Well, okay, it is working, but it sometimes stops, right? It's walking in parallel, but sometimes it stops. I don't know why. And also the colors are the same. So let's fix the colors first so we can differentiate them. No, this isn't gonna, we can just keep them apart, okay? So why are they stopping? Is the sleep too long? No, no chance. 5 milliseconds is too long. Like, no way. Okay, let's just fix the color first, right? So we will give them, so let's say vim agent.java. So let's give them a color here. Okay, so color C, and our problem is we need to, okay, color is not standard Java, so we will need to import. Is it from swing only? Is it from, let's just import both. I'm not quite sure if it's from swing only or AWT. AWT is quite old, so let's just import those. So color is defined, and let's just, you know, give him this color C and this CSC, right? So we can, let me just undo this, and let's save it, and let's go into the main. So here in this loop for agents, we will need to create a new color every time. So we can use the math.random function. So let's say color C is a new color, and we will need to pass the RG and B, red, green, and blue. No, RG, I don't know what RGB stands for right now, but we will need to pass 3 arguments, and we will just use math.ren again. So we will need a value between 0 and 255. So we will 256. So let's call this times 256, right? And we will need this 3 times. So let's just say like this, and boom, and pass this into here, right? This looks fine. New color, okay, looks great. And here we don't use color blue, we use a.c, the agent color. So let me just compile again and run. No, I'm not quite sure why we have to open the window. Oh, these are all black. Okay, something went wrong here. So, oh, I might, maybe this is always math random is 0 and then times, do I need to, I'm not quite sure. Let me just test it out. If I need to put this in brackets, I really hope so, because I would not know why this would not work. So let's compile again and run. Okay, now, okay, well, those random colors, they do look ugly. And it looks like we got a bug, because they're all running up left. So this is definitely not random. So let's look at the agent about the direction. So it looks like Vx is y minus y minus. Something is wrong with this here, like for sure. Well, it does not look wrong. Do I need a break? I usually don't use switch case, so maybe I have to do this. No way, this is the error, right? Break. So let's just compile again and run again. Also, okay, this looks like a random walk, right? We can agree on this. Also, those colors look really nice. I'm not quite sure why they don't draw when I started. Now they do, right? Sometimes they draw instantly, and sometimes I gotta resize the window. Okay. Okay, so let me just make a final adjustment. Oh, we're in the wrong file. So let's go into main.java, and let me just let me just decide like the count of the agents. So let's say if args.size, is it size? No, it's length. Oh, is it size or length? It's length. I usually code some Godot G script from Godot from my games, and sometimes C++, so I'm always confused. So let's say if the length is bigger than 0, then let's say the first argument so is the agent count. So a count is equal to args at 0. Now the problem is this is a string, so we need to parse it. Ooh, is it integer dot parse int? Is it like this? I really hope so, because otherwise I would need to look it up. So let me just compile. Okay, it does compile, so let's run it. No. Ooh, okay. Those colors were quite nice. So let's run it with 20 agents. Ooh. You can see it's quite laggy, but it looks nice, right? It's quite slow. Also, let me just put this up for the thumbnail. No, let's let me just run this again. Yeah, maybe not, like, let's say 10. It looks nice. I really like it. Like, look at it, slowly growing. The colors are not quite saturated. I saw a video from Daniel Hirsch. He coded it up in, I guess it was C, and he used another method for the color. It wasn't RGB, which looked even more satisfying to watch. But yeah, I wanted to start simple with this video. It's the first video ever. So yeah, thank you guys for stay tuned for other videos that are coming. I'm planning to code up a neural network from scratch, and also I got a VR headset coming soon, like it's going to be Christmas, and I will use this to mount a camera on top of it, use the input, and maybe just do some face detection or something. So we got some quite nice projects coming up, so follow this channel, and yeah, thank you guys, bye.